Hello everybody, it's Aaron from GoGrava.com, and I am actually happy to be talking to everybody today, not about business and opening the bike shop on March 23rd. Today's February 28th, 2024, and so we only have maybe 3.5 weeks till we open the shop. But I get to actually talk about bicycles again, which I'm excited about, talking about bicycles. So let me go through the Marino Chaski, why I think this is a great bicycle for the adventure cyclist and anybody else out there. Why we're going to be offering it for a pretty good price point, and what makes this bicycle so unique and different than anything else out there on the market. So stay tuned. We're going to go through the Marino Chaski from Lima, Peru, and we're going to be selling it at the Grava store in Reading, Pennsylvania. And when we get that going and production going, we're going to start shipping these. So stay tuned for more. Okay, let's get right to it. We're going to talk about the entire build. I just imported these from Peru last week. And so Grava is more than just a bicycle shop. We're also an importer and a distributor and a brand and all of these different things. And I'll get into that some other time during a business briefing or one of my business videos. But this is just a bike video. So this was welded, the frame and the fork, in Lima, Peru, by Marino and his crew of people at their factory in the north side of Lima. They're using Reynolds 520 chromoly, so that's a lighter than steel option, but it's not their lightest chromoly, if you know the Reynolds brand and the different types of Reynolds steel, but it is a very high quality steel. And the reason we're using this in this Chaski bike build, or why Marino is because it's easier to weld. It's easier to work with, and it's easier to repair. If you're out in the middle of South America and something cracks or you need to add something, welding this 520 chromoly is a lot easier than the other higher levels of chromoly. Now with the frame, we have this one painted orange. We have also a gloss blue that I'm going to show you. Hold on just a second. So here is the blue, so it'd be blue and black, and then I will do two more colors. We're going to do a matte yellow, which I can't wait to see that, and then an olive drab green in matte that I can't wait to show everybody also. So put this one down here. So the fork and the frame are all chromoly. So on the bicycle, what makes this one of the better or best adventure bikes of 2024, I think, is flexibility. Its ability to pretty much do anything from just riding the trail because of the geometry of the bike, its comfort level. So the geometries, talk about that for a minute. So we do have a more relaxed geometry on this. We're looking at a 67-degree head tube angle. That's going to move the front tire out a bit more. So let's say my gravel bike probably has 110, 114 centimeters from front tire patch to rear tire patch. This one's going to be about 122 centimeters from the rear tire patch to the front tire patch. So that expanded wheelbase gives you more stability, which is great if you're putting on bags and you're loading this thing down the way it's meant to be loaded down. It's like a full off-road touring bike, adventure bike, or backpack bicycle. Now, because we're using that slacker head tube angle of 67 degrees, which you kind of starting to see like in more cross-country mountain bikes and stuff, we don't need to run the 29er wheels, people. You can if you want to. If you want more stability, I guess, you could run a 29er, but here we have 27.5s. We're using the WTB Trail Boss wheels at 2.25. That gives you plenty of comfort when you're riding. With those bigger wheels, and the 27.5 is more nimble than the 29 if you've ridden mountain bikes before. And so we make up with some of that extended wheelbase and comfort and security, which can make it a little bit hard to maneuver by putting a 27.5 on there, and it feels perfectly normal. So looking at this frame, we're running external cables, and we have 25 of these M5 bolts. So we have bolts just like the Surly Karate Monkey. There's bolts that come out at a 45-degree angle for your water bottles. Another bolt on the side, which we can run a front mount to. So we have mounting points here at the top, solid mounting points here, and then mounting points down here also when you want to run those front pannier racks. And you can run through a hole here. You can run also run a bolt in here if you have a mount device that goes straight towards the fork. I haven't cut the fork yet, and we have bottom mounts. On the bottom here, 3 M5s, and on the top 3 M5s, 2 on the seat tube, and then 2 on the top tube. We have an additional 3 mounts, which is exceptional, coming off at a 45-degree angle off the seat stays in the back. And this really gives us just more options. So if you wanted to run that aero pack on the back, you could still run a liter bottle back here, or you can just do the traditional thing with the pannier racks. So you got your 2 pannier mounting points here and mounting points down here. So this bike, you can mount anything you want to it. That's why I love it. Like, we could just mount the hell out of this and load it up as a full-blown touring device. And because it's got that Reynolds 520, I mean, we can really, really load it down. So let's talk about the build that we're going to be selling. So basically, we're running external cables, right? And I'm doing this with a Shimano Dior, just the baseline mountain bike Dior, 12-speed 1x12 on the back. So we have a 30-tooth front crank, just single front crank. Now, we are using the spacers that came with the Shimano hub, and these are boost hubs, so they're 148 boost hubs in the back, but it's got a really good chain line just with 2 spacers instead of 3, but you could run up to probably 42 tooth in the front if you wanted to do that. I don't know that you could go much higher than that. Actually, let me show you. So let me show everybody here. Let's go through this. So you can see down here, this is the 30 tooth, and we got plenty of room. If you're going to run a 40 or 42 tooth, you'd want to run an additional spacer right there with your Shimano hub. And so really the bike is just fantastically built with this chromoly. You see all these connector points I was talking about here. And then if you want to do your pannier racks, you can connect right here. We have our other M5 bolts. Bottom, we got 3 on the down tube right here, and then 3 on the bottom. And then because you have all this room, easily run a 29er wheel set in here. Plenty of room to run a 29er if you want, and plenty of room to put lots of stuff down here if you wish to. And this is a size large, so we're running a 110 millimeter stem, and we got all this room between the handlebars to the stem to run all kinds of front bags and not worry about that stuff like hitting your tire. So plenty of room. We can run up to a 27.5 3.0 wheel or a 27.5, probably a 2.8 in the front and back, using some handlebars. And then also the one extra thing we have here is we have, as you can see right here, we can mount a dropper post line up through here. I got to find a grommet right this spot, but we can run a dropper post on this Chaski. So you got all kinds of options. We got the Shimano Dior group set in the back, the 1x12. This is I believe a 52 tooth in the back. And then we're running hydraulic disc brakes front and rear. So the rear and front are both 160 millimeters. I didn't see the need for us to go into the 180 on the front like some other bikes do, but this is a challenger in the making for adventure bicycles. So what makes the Marino Chaski or this build with Go Grava so unique? Well, one, this bicycle is made in Lima, Peru. We went ahead and manufactured it down there with the fork. The wheels come from Velocity USA. The Velocity USA wheels are aluminum, and we're running 40 spokes in the back, and we're running 36 spokes in the front. Now, the reason I did that specifically is because this bicycle can handle 300 pounds. No problem. I'm 100% confident you can be a 250-pound rider, put another 50 pounds on it, and you're not going to have any problems whatsoever with the wheels or the frame or anything going out of true. This is a tank made for adventure, made for long distance, made for bike packing, or made for a trail ride. Absolutely love this bike. And having the 30 in the front and the 52 in the back, for me, it's plenty of gearing going up those hills. Now, the other thing that we're using that's made in North America is Cane Creek hubs. We're using Cane Creek hubs in these bicycle components, and I can't wait to find more American-made parts that we can put on this bicycle and try to stay within a budget. So let's talk about the specs now, specifically for this bike. Now, this is the size large, which is the biggest size we have, so that's going to fit a rider 5'10" to 6'2", maybe 6'3". It's got a more of an upright ride to it, so you're sitting more upright because of that slack head tube angle, and I'm keeping my handlebars up a bit higher because I like to be comfortable when I'm riding long distances. The total weight of this is 32 pounds. So with everything loaded down on it, now I haven't cut the steer tube yet. I have tubes in here. We could drop this weight. So if you wanted to drop the weight on this bike, you could put a carbon fiber fork on here. This fork is 3.5, 3.5, 3.7 pounds chromoly fork. We could drop the weight of that with a carbon fiber fork. You can put a carbon fiber wheels on there, carbon fiber seat post. You could put the lightest group set on here, and you can get it close to 25, 26 pounds if you wanted to. But then I think that's kind of pointless because this bike is meant to be loaded up and taken on an adventure without ever having to worry about anything. So what do you think? Do you have any questions for me? We're going to be showing this bicycle specifically at the Philly Bike Expo on March 16th, showing off what Grava can provide for the Americas, or at least American brands, showcasing Marino. And then I am heading to Colombia on Thursday. Right now it's Wednesday, so tomorrow I'm heading to Colombia. We're gonna look at the F Duarte bikes that we're gonna showcase here. And then what Grava is gonna do with the F Duarte, I'll talk about in that video. So stay tuned to that video. I wanted to give everybody an update where I had some decompressed time before my flight tomorrow and showcase this Marino Chaski, the ultimate 2024 adventure bicycle, backpacking bicycle, durable, all-road adventure machine that I hope one of you out there get your hands on in the near future. Okay, all right everybody, talk to you later, bye.